Hello everybody, my name is Burnage and this was my walkthrough for Hydlide on the PC-88. This walkthrough should work for most other versions of the game except for the NES version. Keep in mind throughout the whole game that you never want to approach a monster from the front and save often because you're probably going to die a lot and you don't want to lose progress. To start out, you're going to switch to the attack mode combat style and you're going to farm XP until you hit level 3. You're going to do most of this farming on slimes. I like to farm this screen for slimes until level 2, and then I like to move up a screen and then add kobolds into the mix until level 3. Another thing to keep in mind though, if you're in the forest, you'll slowly receive damage, so don't go into the forest if you can help it at all. While you're on the field, you will regenerate health, so if you take damage, just hang out in the field until you're healed to full. Now you're level 3, and your health bar should look like mine, your health and strength. I'm one up from, this is the screen you start on, go one up to the one with the kobolds, that's where I like to farm to level 3, and then you're going to head left all the way as far as you can. Here you walk onto top of a chest to get a cross, which you're going to need to kill a vampire. So head east, almost all the way back. Well, past all the way back where you started. And you'll find a castle here. Make sure to heal up to full health and save before entering the dungeon. The area inside the dungeon removes your health slowly, just like the forest. So just go directly over the hole and press the same button you used to switch to attack mode. You're going to go down a screen and hang out here. There will be a vampire running around. Only attack him from the back. He'll kill you really fast any other way. Avoid the bats. Bats are bad. Once you kill the vampire, a chest will spawn. You might have to go up a screen and back down a screen to get it to pop up. And in that chest you'll get a lamp. Then exit the same way you came in. You're going to want to heal up in the field and save it. Okay, now you have a couple options. They both suck really bad. I'm going to go show you the easier but more time-consuming option first, which is to farm level 6 on these mummies. They're extremely hard, they hit very hard, and they're going to be very hard to kill, but you can slowly farm your way up. Although this isn't the way I recommend doing it. The better option, which is extremely hard to pull off, is to go into this dungeon here. Make sure you have full health again before you enter. And you're going to have to run past some wisps. These wisps hit super hard. You should actually be in defensive mode while you run through here, and you need to do your best to avoid them completely. If you die, just reload and try again. Which is probably going to happen a lot because this is super hard. That's the only reason I even give you the zombie option. Once you reach the sword with a decent amount of health left, you're going to want to save it, and then just get your way out. With the sword, you can also switch to attack mode and kill the wisps, because they die kind of quick. Don't be discouraged if getting that sword took you in the neighborhood of 20 plus tries or even more. I think it took me like 40 or 50 on my first time through. It's extremely hard to do, and if you really want to just give up on it, go kill zombies to farm XP. Next, after the sword, or if you decide not to get the sword, you're going to go fight those zombies anyways. The sword just makes it a lot easier because you'll kill the zombies a lot faster. So you're going to stand pretty much here and just farm zombies until level 7 now. A trick you can start using, which you might have seen me use on the wisps, is pushing yourself up against a wall. This keeps you attacking in the direction in front of you without causing you to move. So as soon as something gets in your range, you'll immediately start attacking it, allowing you to kill it before it can hit you most of the time. Just like that. So you've reached level 7, and now your health and strength should look like mine is. Next step, we're going to the right. You're going to want to save here. There is a fairy in one of these trees, and all the other trees contain bees. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit each tree from the bottom, and then run to the next and hit as many trees as you can before you get murdered, probably. And then you're going to load and keep doing this until you find the one with the fairy in it. Alright, I found the fairy. I almost died. Heal up and save, and then we're off to the maze from before. Just head towards the top of the maze. Make sure to fight everything only when they're facing the other direction. And get this chest. This chest gives you a lamp, which just opens up a hole in the ground in the maze. So now we're going to go back out. This is just a safe spot. I'd recommend coming out here, healing up and saving before you go into the next hole. When we enter the hole, there's a bunch of chests in this section. You only need to get one of them. I just grabbed this one over here. This is going to give you a key. And head back out. The rest of the chests should disappear. They all contain the key. Next, we're heading back to the cemetery. There's a chest over here, which is normally locked, but we just got the key for it. And that chest was a jewel that we will need to summon the final boss of the game. Oh, and I forgot to mention earlier, the fairies are to teleport you to a section of the game, so you need all of them as well. Whoops, I got a little lost there. Next we go into this hole here. It's full of these knights and the lady knights. All the jewels also increase your health regen. So if you have any troubles inside the cave, just pop back out and heal up. You can also heal within the cave, but that's less safe and it's slower. Your next goal is going to be to farm the knights in this section. The lady knights, the red ones, have a chance to drop a shield that you will need to beat the game. So you can have a trick of standing right here once you have the area clear. That's the only way they can come from, and they will run directly into you and just die, as long as you're running forward. And there's our shield. The shield improves the effectiveness of defense mode, which will really help to fight bosses. Next, we're moving up. We need to kill people in the section to the left here. Whoops, wrong way. Pretty much any section, really, but I notice sometimes the chests don't spawn correctly, and you'll have to sometimes leave the screen and come back to get them to actually pop up. The chest is going to spawn in that area to the right, so we just need to kill things until it spawns. And there it is. Now we can exit this side of the cave. We're going to immediately want to run south to the safe spot in the grass. The gem we just got restores health faster, which is kind of nice. Our next stop is the second ferry. It's going to be on the east side of this desert. Watch out for the scorpions. They hit super hard and they're not going to give you any experience. In this section with the moving trees, it's the same as before. Here you're going to need to stay in attack mode and hit each tree until you find the ferry. There it is. Then we're going to head back to the castle after healing up and saving it. At this point in the game also, anything you kill will change into a stronger thing, so it's best to just leave the weak things around so they don't get in your way, because the slimes are relatively weak at this point in the game. Scorpions hit way too hard. Back at the castle. Alright, going down this dungeon is going to take us into the water. The water is extremely dangerous. It kills you really fast. As well as there's eels in it that hit extremely hard. So heal up to full and save it before you go in. I'm also going to switch to defense mode because there's no reason to fight anything while in here. Next we're going south, east. Oh, the eels are terrible. Then we're going up here and to the right. Safe land. There's also this nice little corner that's pretty safe if you need to heal up but don't want monsters running into you. Once healed up, save your game. Make sure you're in defensive stance, and then head down to the right. There's a couple wizards here. This is where we're going to get the last fairy. So in order to get the last fairy, you have to get hit by 5 fireballs, and then kill a wizard. If you kill anything at all before you get hit by 5 fireballs, it's going to reset. How you were ever supposed to figure this out is beyond me. So there's 2. 3. 4. I might have gotten hit by 5 there, but I don't want to reset it, so I'm going to be safe and do that. Now I can kill a wizard. That gets me the 3rd fairy. As soon as you get the 3rd fairy, you're teleported to the castle with the dragon. Now in defensive stance, you're going to slowly kill the dragon and then back off to heal yourself. Now that the dragon's dead, the water is drained. There's a couple chests we can go grab. This one here contains a ring of sorts. I believe that's one of the jewels that we need to summon the boss. And then this one here contains a revival item that will revive you upon death. Make sure you do not use this item. If you do die with it and lose it, make sure you reload unless you're fighting the final boss, because you're going to need it for the final boss. Now we can enter this castle. There's no hole, but once you stand below the castle right next to the tree, you can enter it just like any other hole and enter the dungeon. Here you're going to fight a lot of these black armor guys. You're going to want to keep fighting these and train up till you reach level 9. They won't just come from the one side this time, so at some point you're going to have to switch up your strategy, but using the wall strategy is a good way to make sure you don't take any damage during this. Alright, now you've reached level 9 and your health and strength should look like mine. So we're going to go outside, heal up, and save it. Now we go back in. This time we're just moving through the maze. Just try to avoid the skeletons if you can help it. You can also do the wall strategy. Try to kill them off. Of course, they'll keep respawning. Make sure you save it when you're safely on the other side. Then we're going to head down. Avoid the boss at all costs, and all the enemies, and run down to the next screen. Next, we're going to make a mad run for the center. And just chill right here. As soon as you kill one, it's a lot easier to get the second one by just going into the area here. And then you can destroy this grate by going to the bottom and just pressing up. Honestly, I don't know what that does. It really doesn't seem to do anything, but it probably has something to do with the boss. And this is a good spot to sit and just regenerate your health. Get ready to fight the boss. Standing here, you can kill anything that comes to the left, anything that comes to the right, and you're just like perfectly safe for the most part. You can also clearly get to level 10, but it will take you a very long time, and it's probably not worth the farm, and you really don't need to do it. Right, once you're at full health, save your game. Onward to the boss. Gonna kill some things in my way. Maybe. Unless they just get out of the way. So switch to defensive mode and fight the boss. Fight him until you're low, and then you're going to bail out. Run back to the healing spot and heal up. Make sure you save as well. Switch back to attack mode for anything that tries to kill you. Save it before you leave, and then head to the final boss, assuming you can make it through the massive garbage. Switch to defense mode and engage the boss. You can fight him fully in defense mode, or when you get low you can switch to attack mode and just kamikaze him for a little faster to kill. And that is that. I don't feel like the screen's supposed to change that color. Pretty sure my game glitched out. But that's that. You've beaten the game. Congratulations. I'm going to show the whole ending just cause. And that's that. Thanks for watching. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time.